Hello, everybody. This is from Milwaukee to Nashville. I'm Daniel Goodmout, and this is John Landowski. Hi, John.
Hey.
It's been a few months since we've done one of these,
Yep.
or even been live on YouTube. So, hi. It's been a while. The reason we're here is we have two announcements for you on YouTube. One, next year, I'm going to be working to do every game for the Admirals, Predators, and Everblades on YouTube. We're going to be working our butts off to get that done, as well as bringing in some other aspects of our show.
Right.
We're going to be bringing in some new stuff, or but and the teams and stuff we cover are always subject to change. We never know what's going to happen. The Admirals contract with the Preds is up after next season. Due to them not playing this season, that was extended for a year. So I was actually wrong in the beginning of the year saying that it was a contract year. It is not. Next year is,
Right.
and from early inklings I've heard is that they're already in talks for a long term contract. So
Right.
between the two, so there's that as well. But you're watching In the System. This is In the System, a segment of the show where we cover the guys in juniors, the AHL, overseas players that are not here. The reason we're doing this is our last one for the year, because we're only covering players that are not here. We're not talking about the ECHL, AHL, or NHL. We're talking juniors and abroad,
Right.
elsewhere, because there's many leagues around the world.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with number one point getter for In the System for this year, and it's not even close. Is Luca Evangelista with 111 points, averaging 1.79 points per game and a plus 29. He had 48 penalty minutes. I have to look a little more into this because I do believe he's already under contract and has played some AHL games. He is 20 years old, so next year he will be in the American Hockey League. I believe, yes, last year he played 14 games for the Wolves, had 4 assists, and had a -1. So, and he's already played in the playoffs for the London Knights, having 4 points in 5 games and a -1. So, whatever's going on there. He is also their captain, so he carries some leadership with him. He had 55 goals and 56 assists. That is impressive. But I'm going to add in, you're doing this against kids.
Right.
You're 20 years old. It's going to be a little bit different. Now, who he's related to? Brendan Shanahan.
Mm-hmm.
Hell of a hockey player.
Yep.
I may not have liked him because I didn't like the Red Wings in the 90s at all. Or the 2000s. But that doesn't take away from his talent. I may not like the team, but it doesn't take away from his talent.
Right.
Brendan Shanahan's a good hockey player. And if you taught him anything, I mean, he's 5'11", 165 pounds, shoots right-handed. He's signed through 2023-24. I'm not worried. I think he'll eventually get there. As far as being NHL ready, I don't think he is now.
Mm-hmm.
Zachary Leroux, our first-round pick from this last season, he will be 19 in May. Literally in about 11 days from this recording. Just all the pop-ups keep it coming. Leroux's a good hockey player. He carries a lot of grit. He's physical. He has a lot of athletic side on the offensive side. He is not afraid to play defensively or offensively. Would be a good replacement for certain people. He had 46 games played this year. One of the lowest in his career. He was suspended for quite a few of them. 22 goals, 34 assists, 56 points and -1 for 64 penalty minutes. So he was way more physical this year than the previous year of 2020-2021 season. So we'll see where all this goes. But I think that I could expect to see either A, see him in the AHL next year, or B, see him in the back with Moncton. Or not Moncton, Halifax. He was with Halifax. I saw a picture of him holding a Moncton jersey, and I remembered that that was a team I believe that he liked growing up. Luke Prokop. Luke Prokop's going to be one of the. Oops, I missed one. Fedor Svechkov. Fedor Svechkov. He played all over the league, all over Russia this year, all in the same city, but all over the place, different leagues. He had totals 38 games played, 39 points, a little over a point per game. Leroux also had 1.22 points per game. That's a nice stat to have. Luke Prokop. Luke Prokop has become a very stout defender this year in his statistics. One of the things that I'm going to point out here is that, oh boy, okay. That he is 19 years old at 6'4", right-handed. A lot of people just go the whole "he came out gay, we don't want him." I don't care what your personal preference is in your bedroom. I care about what you do on the ice, and that's point blank on that one. I don't get into it any more than that. My job's not to critique him as a person. My job's to critique him as a hockey player. Whatever he does outside, good or bad, I may have to talk about it at some point, but I give him kudos for having the guts to do so.
Right.
It takes a lot of courage to, especially at such a young age, and you're just drafted. There's a lot that goes into that. He started the season with the Calgary Hitmen. They traded him 3 games into the year. And he went to the Edmonton Oil Kings and tore it up. 10 goals, 23 assists, 33 points, and a plus 38. That is really good. The plus 38 is really good. He's also played in 4 games in the playoffs and has 4 points and a plus 4. So that's really good there, too. Like, the Preds have some good prospects coming. It's just a matter of being patient and waiting for them to produce. Yakim Congolet, we have already covered him. Check out our Facebook page. We did a complete breakdown of his collegiate career on our Facebook page, but he played 36 games for UConn and had 33 points. Also tied with him is Alexander Campbell. He plays for Clarkson University. He had 37 games played and 33 points. And if I remember correctly, the Preds were very high on him at one point. He was kind of like trying to find the proper wording for this. Kind of like a dark horse for them, like your diamond in the rough style hockey player. And the one thing you see looking at his statistics, like his last year in the USHL, he put up 56 points,
right,
or 57 points, 67 for the BCHL, British Columbia Hockey League for the Victoria Grizzlies. I mean, he played 2 years of a year of college hockey already in 2017. Where he was drafted in 2019, already 1 year left, and he's got 2 years left of college. Not exactly sure if he's going to come over, but the future could be bright for this young man. He's 21 years old. He's 5'10", so they're going a little on the short side with this one. 3rd round pick for them. Juuso Parssinen, we've talked about him quite a bit throughout the year on our Facebook page. Juuso Parssinen has 41 games played, 9 goals, 23 assists, 32 points, and a plus 7. His team also did very well in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Then we have Ryan Offco. Yuko. It's pronounced Yuko. I looked it up. He 37 games, 31 points, +4 for UMass. So first year in college, stepped in and did quite well. Jack Mateer's got me a little worried here. He's got 29 points, but he's a -20. But he's young. We'll see what happens. What happens? You never know. Spencer Statsley finished up his collegiate career at the University of Notre Dame. He signed his entry-level deal. He's already played 2 games for the Admirals, having a -1. Not much to speak on there. But the 27 points for the University of Notre Dame and a +18. There's some room to talk there. A guy we haven't talked about a whole lot. Matter of fact, I forgot we signed him. And Narvin Mutter. I completely forgot about you, and I apologize for it. Because had I remembered, I'd have thought more of it. He played for the Hamilton Bulldogs, formerly of the AHL. That used to be the affiliate of the Montreal Canadiens. PK Subban played for them at one point in time. He was traded to the Kitchener Rangers halfway through the year. He's got 6 goals, 10 assists with them. And a -6. Played very well all year. 23 games for the Hamilton Bulldogs, where he had 5 goals, 1 assist, 6 points, and an even +/-. I do not have much on him otherwise. Gunnar Fontaine for Northeastern. I still love that name. One of the best names in hockey because it matches the Mighty Ducks all too much. Stat sheet on Narvin Mutter. 21 years old, 6'4", left-handed shot. He's signed through 2024-25. And he was traded from Kitchener to Hamilton, I stand corrected. He also played last year for the Stockton Heat, 3 games, and no, he had 2 penalty minutes, but well, no, he did get traded. I'm confused now. You hurt my brain. He is playing for the Kitchener Rangers. 5 games in the playoffs with 1 assist, -4. There's your stat sheet on that. Adam Wellesby finished up his career with Skellefteå AIK in the Swedish Hockey League. 4 goals, 13 assists, 17 points, and a +24. Has yet to lace up for the Admirals. Chase Mclean out of Penn State University. He's played 30 games, 3 goals, 10 assists, 13 points on the +/-. Simon Knack. Simon Knack was one of those weird ones. I was thinking he was probably going to come over right away. I wouldn't be surprised to see it next year now.
Yeah.
Played for Hockey Club Davos this last season in the National League. It's Switzerland's hockey league. He played 42 games, 6 goals. Yes, 6 goals, 5 assists. The bad part for that is I got confused with the guy below him who has the exact same stat line, except for it said total next to his instead of otherwise. Luke Reed out of the University of New Hampshire. He's played 34 games, 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 points, -16. Isaiah Walther, University of Vermont, -14. He's played 35 games, 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 points. Yaroslav Yeramenko. I'm confused. How's that going to go? Played for Dynamo Minsk. He had 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points, even +/-. But what is going on here? Was he traded? He was traded after the playoffs. We'll see how he turns out, but he's now 23, and his contract over there ends during this season. Young defenseman out of Russia. We'll see what happens there. Antoine Olsen played for the Malmo Redhawks. He played 39 games, 2 goals, 4 assists, even on the plus minus. Simeon Chisyakov, 36 games played, 3 goals, 3 assists, plus 6. He played for Ominsky Karelia, 3 games, had an assist. He played for Avangard Ominsk. He played 33 games for them, 2 assists, and he had a plus 4. And Ominsky Yasterby in the MHL, he has done nothing there. Goaltenders, Ethan Hayter out of Clarkson University, 29 games played, 2.39 goals against average with a .908 save percentage. I'm going to look up a little more on him. Yaroslav Askarov has played a total of 15 games this year, 6 of them in the KHL with a 1.81 goals against average and a .913 saves percentage. How do you not play this man? In 6 games, you're a sub 2. That don't happen.
Right.
That don't happen unless you're really good. In 9 games in the VHL, they barely played him there too.
Mm-hmm.
I could understand his frustration.
Right.
Constantine Volkov. Remember how badly he started? He got that goals against average, a sub 3. Yeah. I am impressed with that.
Right.
Because he did not do well early on in Liga.
No.
It was like 6.83, I think it was, in the early part of the year. Right. And about the trade deadline, it was still around 4. And he got that under 3, so congratulations there. But give a little heads up here on Ethan Hayter. 6'2" goaltender, catch left-handed. He's 20 years old, out of Maple Grove, Minnesota. 5th round draft pick in 2019 for the Nashville Predators. He's in his 2nd year with Clarkson University, playing 29 games with a 2.39 goals against average with a .908 save percentage. He went 13, 10, and 5. Not bad. Probably first year being starter there. Yaroslav Askarov, Milwaukee Admirals. That's the interesting part. He did sign with the Admirals. I just wanted to reiterate the scouting report on Askarov, because there are some things about the scouting report on Askarov that really just irks my brain. Like, because how do you not play this guy? And they even say this here, as far as the elite prospect draft guide in 2020. What makes him stand out is the way he utilizes his range of depth between management, between fluid wide stance and fluid movements, and his incredible reaction speed. He does a great job of controlling himself in the blue paint when he needs to. And he's difficult to pull out of position.
Right.
If he's any as good as they say. And I remember the draft comparison, 100%, they compared him to Carey Price. Right. Carey Price, had he had a good team in front of him his entire career, could probably have broken Patrick Waugh's record. And Marty B's record now.
Right.
He literally could have been the best goaltender ever.
Right.
But there were so many problems up there in Montreal with management. It wasn't even funny at the time. But Askarov kind of wanted to add this in. Yaroslav Askarov went 2-1-2 in the KHL. So 1 regulation loss. Mm-hmm. He went 5-2-2 in the VHL, which is their comparison of the AHL. Then went to the playoffs, went 2-1, and they yanked him and didn't play him again because he said he was coming to America. You're winning. You play to win. You don't play to punish a guy. Sorry. That irks me. I don't like when you treat players like that. It's the same problem I had with how Columbus treated Cam Johnson. Was just pathetic. You come into camp and you just go, "You're too fat. Get out of here. Go home. Go meet up with Cleveland." And and that's just the thing I hear. You know, when you do little press reports on that, why are you here? Why did this happen? And when you do press runs on a team, and that team has to call you up because their goaltenders were injured pretty much all year.
Right.
They didn't have any goaltending in Cleveland this year.
Yeah.
They had no stability. And, much kudos to the Admirals for giving us stability, but, we'll see what goes around with that. But I mean, the net presence for the Admirals is literally going to come down to Askarov and probably Hader over the next coming years. I mean, you got Volkov. I'm not sure how long his contract overseas is. If we got 2 foreign gold, yeah, it's up after this year. So it's only a 1-year deal. So there's a chance he could be coming this way too.
Mm-hmm.
And you have 2 6'4" Russian goaltenders.
Right.
So it could add a little bit of interest and intrigue to the situation. Now I know Cooley's up after this year, and Vamaka's got 2 years left after this year, but I don't think Vamaka's anywhere close to being ready to be a pro goaltender. I mean, you're 22 games of 3.17 goals against in Florida. I just don't see it. I'm looking at the future of this team, and I don't see it with Vamachka in the way, or in the fold, as I should say, not in the way. He needs to be in the way of more pucks.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see where we end up over the next few days, how things adjust themselves. Please check out our Facebook page. We're trying to get to 1,700 follows. When we get to that, we'll be able to. We'll be shooting for our next goal, but at the same time, if you guys get us up to 100 subs on here, that would be really appreciated as well. We're going to be starting pitching over on both platforms, and we're going to be active on more on here as well.
Right.
It's been a lot of fun getting this done. We will see you guys probably in the next couple weeks, but we're going to be trying to get as many of our playoff games as well here as we can during the time that we got. So thank you guys. See you later.